Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So I'm currently living in the US as an exchange student from the Netherlands, and so far the best thing about this experience for me is that I got to meet all these amazing people from different countries and learn about them. So today I'm with my friend Kate, who's originally from Turkmenistan, and today we're going to talk a bit about her home country. Personally, I do not know that much about Turkmenistan, and neither do the people that are watching this, I guess. So I'm very excited about today.
Yeah, same. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Nice
Maybe
to
you
meet
want
you.
to introduce yourself first a bit?
Yeah. My name is Cake. Nice. Thank you so much for having me. So cake means deer in our native language. So deer, an animal deer.
So how old are you? How long have you been in the US so far?
So yeah, I turned 18 not long ago. On August, right when I came to the United States, and it's my first time being in the United States.
How long are you going to be here?
For 4 years.
Oh wow, you're
Till I
doing like the whole
graduate.
thing.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a bit about Turkmenistan. So, for example, you're born in Turkmenistan. Is
Yeah.
it like a big family, small families?
Okay, so I personally was born in Asjchabad, which is the capital city of the Turkmenistan. So where I come from, well, traditionally back in 90s, it was actually great to have big families and all that. But since we're kind of being modernized, like year by year, our families are getting smaller, but still we've got a huge family tree from both my parents' side. So my mom, my grandma had about 10 children, and my dad's side had about 9. So we got like a huge
Lots of
tree of
aunties and
uncles.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
Exactly.
It must be great having a lot of nieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you do a lot with them? Like family
Well,
days?
Every Saturday, every Sunday, we come, we visit our homes. Yeah,
Wow.
just like, yeah, family reunion.
That's great.
Yeah.
Like, I think I see my uncles and nieces
I know.
like
See them
once a year. Oh
every
my
week,
god.
every celebrations. That's actually
Oh,
that's
I
very
feel
nice.
bad now. Mom and
Oh, I
Dad, we
miss
should
them.
do this more often. Especially since my grandparents passed away. It's like
Aw.
I don't see
Yeah.
anybody at
Don't
all,
see
like
anyone.
ever. But that's great to have, I guess. Just like that commitment and like support, I guess.
Yeah.
And so is it like common to have like a stay-home mom, or are both parents working?
Well, nowadays it's both parents working, but well, in my family, my mom is a housewife.
Okay, yeah.
So housekeeper, and my dad is working, and it's very common actually now since usually it's I don't know like a little bit far behind, so it's usually me that provide and all that. But since we're getting like ahead of time, now it's kind of like being equal.
So you're
Kinda.
not planning on being a housewife?
No.
What are you planning to be?
Well, I believe it's about 2 partners working together,
Mhm.
so I don't want just to let him work and do all the stuff. I want to help, so probably,
Interesting.
yeah, probably I'll,
Sounds good.
yeah.
And then, okay, so children are born, and then at some point they go to school.
Yeah.
At what age do they go to school?
First, I go to kindergarten.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, we go to kindergarten at the age of 3 or 4, and then until we turn, before it was 7. At the age of 7, we go to school, and then we study till 11th grade. But recently in 2020, they changed the rule completely, so now it's at the age of 6, children go to school, and then they study till 12th grade. So that's
So
until they
they
turn 18.
18, okay.
Yeah.
And that's like one school?
Yeah,
You're-
that's well, you can transfer between schools,
Yeah.
but like I studied personally at one school for 11 years of my life, and it was a Russian school.
Oh.
So yeah, we speak. It's very common seeing people speaking Russian because like Russians invaded the
Yeah.
country and now the influence. So we can speak both in Turkmen and in Russian and Turkish as well.
Wow.
So it's a very diverse.
How did you learn English? Also in school?
No, courses. Yeah, I used to go to courses, so I studied for about 2 years.
Your English is very
Oh
good
no,
for somebody
I'm
who
far from
only
excellence.
did.
I'm far from excellence.
Oh my god! And you're here for 4 years, so you're only
Yeah.
gonna get better.
I hope.
So did your parents insist on you
My
doing
parents don't
that?
know English. They both know Russian though. So, yeah, my parents, well, my dad has finished the Turkish school, so not Turkish, Turkish university.
Yeah.
So he graduated from Turkish university, and then he wanted us to, so I have me and then my siblings, so he wanted us to like, gain that education abroad, like outside of the country, so that we have like a broad, I don't know, range of
Experience also,
experience,
yeah.
knowledge, yeah, all
Wow.
together.
It's interesting that you do it like at one school. We first go to like preschool or something,
No.
and then we have like high school, which is
No.
actually another school. You have
Yeah,
it like
that's a
at
bit
one place.
different.
That's interesting because then you must feel like how many people are in that school?
So, I don't know, but but in my class it was about 26, and yeah, that's like
Okay.
normal. But like first we finish the kindergarten, and then we go to school, and it's not first the middle school and then the high school. It's just one school.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. And then, do a lot of people go to university, or is that not a common thing?
They do. Both girls, both boys, all of them. They graduate, and then they can take a gap year, but it's uncommon to see people taking, unless they apply abroad, but like if they apply in the country, so they finish the school, and then right like in a month or two they take the exams and they enroll into a university in our country.
Is there a lot of universities in Turkmenistan?
Yeah,
Oh.
a huge amount. I do not have a specific number in mind, but there are quite a few.
And they are mostly based in the main city, in the capital, or?
Yeah, so in the main city and in different other states. We call them vilayats.
Yeah, you have 5, right?
Yeah.
I did some Wikipedia
Yeah.
research
So
before this
it's-
conversation.
It's Ahal, Mari, Lebat, Balkan, and Dashagus. So it's-
Okay.
Yeah.
So people do not necessarily have to move away from home to go to university?
No.
Or? Oh, okay.
Not really. But many strive to come to the capital because more opportunities are provided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. And your main capital, is it like, are there a lot of tourists? Is it anything like?
Yeah, well, we have not a lot because it's a bit hot to get to our country, but cause since many people don't know about the countries, but yeah, we do have some tourists.
And what are they doing in your capital? What
Learn
are
about the
must-sees?
culture.
Okay,
Learn
yeah.
about the culture. We've got a lot of history going on, traditions. Like it's very different. It's very different from outside world.
I
Feels
think
like
it's very
completely different.
interesting. Yeah. After like this conversation, I'm definitely gonna
Visit
look
us.
at. Yeah, I want to. So mostly culture, not necessarily for sports or something.
Oh no, we love sports. So I believe it was 2018. I'm not sure, but like I don't know. We had Asian games.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So-
I know about that.
Yeah, it was a huge thing back then. So
Good for our economy, I guess.
it is absolutely.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah,
you've
it was
seen a
huge.
lot of famous.
I used to go to martial arts.
Oh
So,
really?
yeah, before coming here, I used to do taekwondo. It's
Wow.
actually not that common to see girls doing that. It's mostly boys, but then you can see some girls.
So what are
Interesting.
common girl sports?
Anything you can imagine.
But
Uh,
not taekwondo.
Well, you can go to taekwondo. Nobody says no, but then like it's not common.
Okay.
But yeah, volleyball, tennis,
And what?
a little bit of martial arts.
Yeah, and the national sport, what would it be?
Oof.
What's most on television?
Everything.
That's
Everything.
great.
Everything.
That's great.
Yeah.
All we are doing back in my home country is football.
Football, yeah. Well, everything.
That's more interesting, I guess. Then you have a more diverse television choice. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so people go to university, and then when they are done, what age are they about?
Work.
Okay.
Exactly. But then
How old are they when they finish university?
so they do have 4 years, so 22. Once, well, the thing is, they marry early. That's the common thing that you can see. So they marry usually like at the. It's very common to see people marrying at like third semester, fourth semester, and then move in together. And then our weddings are huge, so it's a very big commitment.
Nice.
So yeah, because like I've seen ones like a meme. I don't know, but in the United States it's quite different.
Yeah.
So when somebody marries, it's like it's not a big thing. But we prepare like months prior to the wedding.
Oh,
Like
great.
we've got a lot of traditions going on. We do 2 weddings at once, both from bride's side, and then so it's huge.
So they are like 20 when they get married, and then
Yeah.
are there a lot of divorces or
Not much.
Ah, that's
Not much.
great. They're
Um,
doing better than the US then.
Yeah, back then, I don't know if it's okay to say this, but we had arranged marriages. So like my parents, they did not know each other before they met. So the first day they met was at the wedding.
Oh wow.
It's very
Works out
essentially,
because
yeah.
like they're still together.
And they love each other.
That's good.
Still together. Fun
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
So Asjchabad, the capital city, it's if you translate it into our native language, it means Ashk, which is love, and Gabat, which is a city. So it's like city of
City
love.
of love.
That's-
Oh,
I don't
just
know.
like Paris. People say that about
Yeah.
Paris, like it's a city of love. I don't share that opinion to be honest, but maybe your city is more of my
Well,
taste, I guess.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
Okay, and then they work and keep on working, getting children, also pretty young, maybe?
Well, my mom had me at like 36, 32, so
Not that young,
Yeah.
if you ask me. My mom was also 37,
yeah.
and that was not young for
Well, yeah.
in my home country.
They strive to give birth early, but I don't know.
Sometimes it's not
I
in
don't
cars.
know. I haven't had the chance to think about it.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Don't mean to rush anything for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then is there like a time where they retire, or is retirement not a thing at all?
No, it is a thing, but there's a choice. You can either work and keep on working, or you can choose to retire. And then government takes care of people who decide to retire, so it's fair enough.
Oh, what are you planning to do with like your college degree? Because most people are going to college, so it
Yeah.
must mean something in your country.
It is definitely. So I am majoring in computer science. So for now, I am striving to get an internship in a good company. That's like my first step. But if you look at a bigger picture, I have a couple options, but I'm still contemplating about what is my next step will be. But maybe get into a good company and then work, and then maybe get my parents to the United States so that we can. I miss them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
Because my mom has never been abroad. Yeah, so I want her to see and to explore as much as she can. She
So,
loves traveling.
yeah.
She has never traveled, but she loves.
Do you, when you have like holidays back home,
Oh,
do you
not
like
a lot.
travel within the country or to like countries around you?
To states.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we can do that. I've been to Murray State once because my aunt, she once bought a house in Murray, but and then we go to Alvazar. Usually that's very, very common in summer. We go to sea, which is called Alvazar.
Yeah.
So it's like a very luxurious place with lots of hotels and people just, it's like a vacation.
Did like the Hamptons?
Yeah, quite. So yeah, it's,
So not very common to go, for example, across the border
Yeah.
to Uzbekistan. It's like
it is common, but
just
can do
you
that.
didn't do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
personally, yeah.
yeah. Okay. And ever go to Europe or something?
Yep, absolutely. People can travel whenever they want, but it's a little bit hard. But like, if you can, then you can.
And you have mountains too, right?
There's like a saying in our country: if you look at the mountains, then that's north.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's south. Sorry. Because mountains are at the border of Iran, so
Yeah.
we border with Iran at the south, I believe.
Yeah.
So the mountains are usually there.
Did people
So
go
I
there
had-
for like camping or?
We did. I had my aunt. She lived once at the north side of the country, so we used to go there for like, camping or picnics. And usually in spring, the weather is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Does it get like? What's the climate like?
hot.
Very hot.
It is.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So you must have heard about the country marble country. So marble city, Asjchabad. It's a city of marble,
Okay.
and that's the reason. The reason is because our buildings are all made of marble. So
Yeah,
whenever
I've
you
seen that.
turn, it's like white
Yeah.
everywhere. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
But so since our country is hot, like almost every season, it gets quite cold in winter. I won't lie, but then it's usually it's hot. It's like 150 Fahrenheit. It's like 48 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's very
hot.
hot. Yeah. So we use the marble to cool down the temperature from inside of the building. So
I can imagine.
yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why
really
it's
hot.
called the marble city.
Yeah.
Marble is everywhere.
Do you have a lot of AC?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
We don't. Like when I got here, I was like,
I see.
why is the AC on like all the time? Like we don't have AC. We don't need it. We are not
Yeah,
that hot.
We do.
Okay. So you said something about marriage and that it's like a very big thing.
Yeah.
Is it like multiple days as well? Or
Yeah. It continues throughout a week, I believe.
every day another dress?
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah. So we do the Hudayoğlu thing, which is in Turkmen means when you invite guests, and so basically all your relatives, they can invite their own relatives. It's like a huge I don't know, party,
Yeah.
something like that. So yeah, it's very different.
And most weddings have like a certain ritual they are following?
They
or-
do. So not a lot actually, but like one I remember is like after the wedding, they go to their house and they tie their belt around their waist, and the bride has to quickly untie the belt, and if they won't be able to do that, then the marriage will not be happy. So they put the timer on, and they have to do it like at fast pace. It's like it's
my
very
God.
weird, but like I don't know, but everybody succeeds. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like just like a ritual you have to
Yeah,
follow. Oh
yeah.
my god, I would not be good at that, I guess.
Yeah.
I would get so
So
nervous.
weird.
Any other like interesting rituals or
Mm.
holidays that you have?
I don't remember what the rituals, but yeah, holidays. So New Year is quite different in our country. It's so internationally it's in winter, but our Turkmen New Year is called Nowruz by now, which is in spring. So once the spring begins, it's like a new cycle of the year. So it's at 21st, 22nd of March, which is my mom's birthday. Yeah, 21st. But so what we do is we treat our families with food that we with homemade food, and then we invite them to our house to try the food, and at night we go through again different rituals, and it's just all fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Do you also do like the fireworks or that's not a thing?
An international New Year, which is in winter, we do. Once the it's like Cinderella's clock
Yeah.
ticks, so the entire country celebrates it, and the government, well, the president, he sits at the specific. So it can be like in different places, but they do the fireworks, and like it's visible from the entire city. So once just you look at the window, you can see the fireworks going on.
Sounds
It's
good.
so noisy and fun.
Yeah, but especially if like your city, I've seen pictures and it's
It's
so
beautiful.
pretty.
It is beautiful.
It's so pretty, and I love like the white colors.
Yeah.
And if that lights up with like fireworks, I can only imagine.
Illuminating everything.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
I bet it is. Okay. Any other like interesting holidays? So you have the New Year.
Yep. We've got. You might have heard about Ramadan, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
not only in our country, but it's
Yeah.
usually in Central Asia, the holiday. So the night of, the night when, so it's like a prophecy when the God decided to give the book, which is the Quran, to the citizens. He sent an angel to give that book to the Prophet Muhammad. So that was the day when the tradition came up. So that's the night when again we treat our neighbors and our relatives with homemade food. I don't know, we just love treating people with generous. I don't know, but like this is a tradition. It's a common thing to always share your food, share everything as
I
much as
love
you can.
that.
So yeah, and then you fast throughout the month. That's one of the traditional celebrations that we have. So yeah,
I talked to another girl from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
No, Iran. She's from Iran, sorry.
Yeah.
And we talked about Ramadan as well, and then I told her that like the end festival,
Yeah.
when you're like meeting everybody again, like sharing food,
Yeah.
we call that actually sugar festival. So it's
Oh,
like there's a lot of like baklava and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
in my native language, it's called sugar festival.
Oh.
And she thought that was actually like a perfect name, since like
Sugar
there's a
festival.
lot of
Yeah.
sweets going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's a big celebration with all your nieces, I guess, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, at the first week of the Ramadan, so it's like an entire month, every single week. So we fast till 7. They usually time varies, but it's like it goes
Yeah.
from 7 then till 8 till 9. But we cook before, and then once the time is like 7 p.m. Before eating ourselves, we go and share the food with our neighbors. So, and we usually share like the sweets and all of the traditional food.
It sounds very hard when it's like so hot.
It is, absolutely.
Oh my god, I cannot imagine like
We have AC.
Okay, yeah. True, you should just not leave the building then.
Well,
Local dishes.
traditional food. well. So we've got palo. Palo it's not only in our country, but it's mostly in Central Asia. But it's a rice with lots of vegetables and meat,
No
and
pork.
it's delicious. No pork. No, yeah. According to our religion,
Yeah.
Muslims cannot eat pork.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be chicken, beef, any meat, and it's very delicious. And that's actually the first dish that we try to share with our neighbors because it's traditional.
Yeah.
And also we have dograma, which is a soup, and then we add bread and the meat together to the soup, and it's delicious.
How often do you eat those dishes?
Mostly in celebrations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mostly in celebrations.
And just during the week, what do you guys eat often?
So about the pulao, there's another interesting fact. So if somebody from your family has passed away, like on every Thursday, it's like a tradition to cook pulao. So
Only when people passed away.
if somebody that you very much like loved and who holds like family member, or so that's like another tradition.
Oh,
that
wow.
we host. So Dorama, pulao. I forgot the name of the dish, but those are most mostly those two.
And there's another one that you forgot.
Yeah.
How
Those are the
about desserts? Do you have like a certain dessert that's very common? or is it just ice cream? I don't know.
So our Prophet Muhammad loved sweet rice. So it's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like it's a ball of rice, but then it's sweet, and then I don't remember. But then that was his favorite food, and since it was his favorite food according to religion, again, that's the food that we share with our neighbors too. So
Yeah.
it's mostly the traditional.
So you already mentioned that you also speak fluently Russian.
Yeah.
Is there still a lot of Russians in your country, or?
Well, yeah, not a lot, but so I'm not a Russian. I'm Turkmen, but
Yeah.
we speak Russian.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of Turkmens who speak Russian. Quite a few Russians, Uzbek people too. Sometimes you can see Turkish people. There's a lot of diversity, actually. A lot of diversity.
That's nice. What's the biggest difference between the US and your country?
Oh, that's a very good question. There are a lot of things that are different. I think it's the mindset. That's a weird answer, but I think it's different with each country. I've seen, I don't know, just even like the conversations that you hold with people from different countries. It just varies. Everything's different.
So what's like a main thing in mindset from Turkmenistan? Like for example, in my country, we are not generous at all.
What?
Like when there's a bill coming up to
Uh-huh.
a table, you're at a restaurant, we will split the bill. And there's
Oh.
actually a saying in like English, going Dutch,
Uh-huh.
like that's when you split the bill.
Oh.
And we are like, we are not generous at all, and we are so okay with that. Like whenever I go out for dinner with my boyfriend, for me it's just very normal to just split the bill. So I have like my responsibility, he has his. There's no strings attached. Like I do not have to be. I just feel comfortable like that, and that's like, I guess, with most of the people in the Netherlands, and we are known to be very direct. Like we are a low context culture, so we just like to speak out whatever is on our mind. And yeah, people say that we are very direct. I had this class, sales communication, and the professor was saying like, yeah, first you need to do small talk and like build a relationship with your customer. And here, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Back home, we go into a meeting and we directly start business. Like we don't want to waste time. We don't care about your cat or your wife.
Straightforward.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like a very Dutch mindset. Just straight to the point, not generous, very direct. So, and I'm okay with that. That's like how I grew up. But when I got here, it's so different. Like that's the biggest difference for me, that people are like twisting and turning around things, and I'm like, you can just straight up say that, or all the small talk. I'm getting so tired of all the small talk, like. But it's growing on me.
I see. Well, it's actually we've Turkmens inherited, I believe, both from Dutch then and from the United States, because sometimes we go direct, sometimes we don't. So it's a little bit different.
Did you experience like any culture shock when you got here?
People are very kind. People are very kind. In our country, they're very kind too. In our country, we follow the rules. So if the rule is set, we can't say, it's like non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable rules. If you can't come on time, come early. That kind of mindset. But here, people are very forgivable. Very kind of like passive and chill. It's not that serious, because back in our country, even like with the education system, it is a quite serious. We've got uniforms, we've got everything, so we've got to follow the set of rules. But here, it's not. It's very passive. It's very passive. Everybody's chill.
People like to do their own thing.
Yes, exactly. So it is quite rare in our country.
Well, I think that was it for today. Thank you, Cake, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you so much.